Hello, and welcome to another video. So as you can tell, it's the same day. I probably am not going to post this video on the same day, but I got another question from one of you. I love when you guys ask questions and when I can elaborate, because like I said, I know I had some of these same questions and I didn't have anyone to answer them. So I'm happy to be able to answer some of these questions. So I'm not going to talk about our whole conversation, but this person asked about being taped at MEPS, okay? And will they tape you again when you leave? I want to ease your troubled mind a bit, okay? And just go with me here, okay? Definitely realize that every scenario is different, but hear me clearly. They need you, okay? They need you there. They don't have a lot, the numbers are down. There's not a lot of people going. They need you, okay? So keep that in mind. And also I want you to realize when you go to MEPS the second time, they are, not only do they need you, but they're invested in you, okay? They've paid for your hotel room, 2 times at this point in time? So your hotel room is being paid for. At this point, you have a plane ticket that they've paid for. So they're invested in you. And you're looking at it from just this stage right here, but just know that they've invested in you all the way down, okay, until you get to reception. All of these things are working together and they're expecting you. So it's never their goal to really turn you away or turn you around once you have your ship out date. Okay, so if you've already got your ship out date, let's begin to de-stress. Okay, one thing that I would not do, and I know that this is hard, especially when you're talking about weight, because it's like, it was a big thing, okay? It was really the thing that took me so long to join, just kind of getting things in order. I got kids, I'm happy in my body as it is, but the Army say, hey, you got certain standards and things like that. So I understand that it's different. The one thing that I would not do is gain a bunch of weight. If the person can look at you and nothing has significantly changed, there should be no reason for them to weigh you again. They used to do that. They used to weigh people again when it was time to ship out. I don't know if other branches do that. I know that the Army, and specifically the Houston MEPS, did not weigh me again when it was time for me to leave. And it makes sense, okay? They have already gotten all the stats they need. They didn't even take our blood pressure again because they've already gotten all those metrics, all those numbers. Now you've moved on from it being their job really to it being reception's job. Reception is like MEPS going a step further. It's them really taking the time to make sure that you are okay to go to basic training. That is the goal of reception. And the goal of MEPS is really to take a snapshot, a quick assessment. Are you fit to go to basic training? Are you fit to be a soldier? That's what they're doing. When you go to reception, they say, well, let me see if MEPS did the right thing. So they'll check your hearing. I'll link that video. They do all that stuff all over again, but they do not weigh you. You know why? Because in the grand scheme of things, and I'm glad they've moved on from this, they realize that weight is not the best marker of fitness, okay? Which is why, one of the reasons why I believe that they changed the standard, because, it used to be, you used to have to meet a certain weight requirement. However, you will see this when you do some of those field assignments, baby. You need to have some weight on you, okay? You do need to have some weight on you because you need to have some muscle on you. You need to be able to pick up bodies and just pick up all this heavy stuff. Think about the ACFT. It was not like that. The Army was when my mom was in the Army and my dad was in the Army was very heavily focused on running. But they realized, and I want you to realize, that it has changed, okay? And that's not me saying like, oh, be lax and don't take care of yourself, but relax on the weight. If you pass the weight requirements the first time, just maintain. And know that when you go off the basic training, you're probably gonna get smaller than that because the food is different. You only eat 3 times a day. They don't put any salt or anything in the food, so you're gonna lose weight. You don't even have to try. Like, you be on profile, you still lose weight. And of course, some people did gain weight. I witnessed a few people gain weight, especially people who got recycled and things of that nature, because they do have things like cookies. Some days they have ice cream, hot chocolate. Like, you can still eat bad and be there, okay? So I want to say that, but just relax. They need you. They need you. And if you've gotten this far in the process, they want you. Okay. So let's begin to de-stress, because stress is actually going to make it harder for you to go through this process. Don't stress yourself out. Okay. A lot of you also asked me about, like weight requirements and things like that. I don't know, because body composition, and I say this so many times, body composition plays a lot in if you're gonna meet the tape taping requirements or not. Okay, like I told you guys before, I have a larger neck, and because I have a larger neck, it's symbolic that I have a larger body frame. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot more muscle. I'm not a small frame person. So it's different. And I'm also 5'3". Okay, so if you are, 6 foot, I have some people messaging me and they're like, I think one person said 5'11". I don't know. I can't give you the exact measurements because I don't know your stature. I don't know your, I don't know where the weight is. I don't know if you have a larger neck, if you have a smaller neck, if you have a smaller waist, you got, bigger hips. I don't know. Know that if you are in a healthy weight, you gonna make tape, okay? And I'm not talking about you fooling yourself in a healthy way. Like, your weight is healthy. You can get out there. Trust me, if you can get out there, you can run 2 miles and you don't have a problem, 9 out of 10 times you're at a healthy weight. You're gonna be okay. Okay, so download the little Army app and put your stats in there and see where you are. If you need to do a little work, do a little work. If you need to tweak a little something, tweak a little something. I think when I went off to basic training, the last time I weighed in at 177 pounds. Okay, so right now in this moment, I am probably like 3 pounds heavier than I was when I left. And I was, working my butt off. I was working my tail off. I don't do nearly as much exercise as I did at that point in time. I'm not running. I only do like walks and just little small exercises. But I said all that to say, relax. Relax. They're going to get you together once you get there. And I want you to think about this as well. If you don't make it, and I'm not being a negative Nancy or Debbie Downer, if you don't make it through this process, it was for a good reason. So don't stress yourself out, okay? And I'm saying that I'm back home. I'm saying that, and I am back at home. I am no longer in the Army, but the experience was what it was, okay? But if you get a setback, take that setback as a good setback, okay? Like, it's good. Even if you have to take a step back and then come back and do something. I had to tell this to a girl that was there who had to leave for, it was a personal reason that she had to leave. I'm like, girl, you didn't like none of the people that was in the bay with you when you were in reception. All of those girls were going to be in the bay with you at basic training, and it probably would have been stressful. So take it as the blessing that it is and come back. If you want to come back and try it again, come back and try it again. And prayerfully, when you come back, you'll have, at least one person in the bay who you like, one person in the bay who you get along with. Because to try to go through this process, not liking anyone and just like being alone, it's just not good. It's not good for your mental health. It's just not good. So if you do get a setback, take it for what it is. Okay, just take it for what it is and either reset or go in a different direction. And it's really that simple. So don't be stressed out by weight. Okay, so as always, if you have a question, ask a question, and I'll see you guys in the next video.